What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol LCID for Lucid Group. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, we have covered this one in the past, so this will be an update technically. The main thing we were watching was this bull flag, and it clearly broke out to the upside on Friday's session. Then we saw follow through on today's with the gap up and continuation higher. So all things considered, the main thing to focus on to the downside is quite simply the gap underneath us. That's from 43.13 down to 41.88. That is the downside, target essentially if this pullback does result in a break of the low of day. Now, based on the daily action here, I wouldn't really anticipate that, right? You can clearly see as this was coiling up, as this was digesting the gap here, this was a known area of resistance. Let's go ahead and throw that on the chart with a regular price level. And what you'll notice, that's exactly where we kind of supported into the end of the day. And currently in the post market, we're trading at and around 45.31, 45.45, so right around this area right here. If it holds to the upside, that would be a bullish thing. We'll look for more upside continuation. From the daily perspective, certainly overhead now, we have the remainder of the gap to fill. If you're not familiar with this gap, we talked about it in the past, but here was the gap. Obviously, we've broken into that on today's session, so just over today's high at 47.87 should start to fill the remainder up towards $50.33. After that, there's really no stopping it from a structural standpoint, that is, until we get to $62, okay? So again, I'm not advocating that we get there all in one day, all in 1 week, but again, from a structural standpoint, that is the next number to really start paying attention to. Let's take out the Fibonacci's and just get a sense for how strong or weak the close was here. Coming in from the low of the day up to the high of the day, what you'll notice is that, sure, we did violate the 38.2 on the pullback here. However, we sort of supported at the 50% and never came close to the 61.8. So all things considered, I would just call it a neutral to healthy close. It's not overwhelmingly bearish at all, even though we did see a little bit more than we would have liked of an upper wick from that daily candle. If I just zoom back in, a little bit more than what we would typically like. However, again, based on the fibs, not the end of the world. Again, just simply put, use this as your pivot over 45.44, more bullish, looking for that gap to close overhead. If we open underneath, it starts to put into play, okay, any consolidation above this 43.13, then a break puts into play the gap fill at 41.88. After that, you can walk down the levels. Notably, the top of the flag at $40 should be a very important break and retest level. Start looking for that to act as serious support if the downside case is in play. That's really going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.